Always the circle that's very important, that describes the home, the way of life, the way of following a circular uh, direction of life, from the actual living to the act to from a baby. So in the circle, we always have the east is always, the door is always facing in the direction of the east to greet the sun. And the sun itself is also a circle, and it also represents you're greeting the day, and you want the day to be good. So as life begins, that's where life begins, is when the sun comes up. You have this area of the circle. We have this area would be the baby. Okay? So this would be the first stage of life. And the second stage of life, as life goes on, we get older, we're going to be, as we're just a youth, young adult, growing up, teenager. So we're over here to the young adult. We reach the second stage of life. So that'll be the young adult. So the young adult, when we reach that age of life, it's the second age, the second stage of life. Okay, and we get older, and we continue to grow and grow. And we become more of an adult. So now we're at the third stage of life, which would be, and the grandmothers and the mothers teach the babies and the youth what we're supposed to be doing in life. And when we become a young adult, this is where the male and female get separated culturally, because we have a male way of speaking language, Arapaho language. We have a female speaking the Arapaho language. So the males take the young males and separate them gender, and they start teaching them the stages of life, the warrior society, the Kiptok society. There's 7 stages, which I'll explain later. And the females, the grandmas and the mothers, take the females and teach them the ladies pattern, follow how a lady should follow the life. Lady should follow the life of the Arapaho person. So when we reach the adult, we should have accomplished these different stages in these, we call them societies, that help us grow and learn and gain knowledge and gain skills to help our whole family structure of this life. So this circle.
Do you want to put the age groups?
Still continues and follows the circle of it. And before we describe those stages of life, let's get you on over to the elder. Okay, so the elder is the 4th stage of life. And from when we start life, our teachers, our mothers, our fathers, grandmothers, grandfathers, they teach us these ways of life. And when we get to that, from when we start life, our teachers, our mothers, our fathers, grandmothers, grandfathers, they teach us these ways of life. And when we get to that 4th stage, we all want to achieve the 4th stage of life. We all want to be an elder. We don't, the life that we're given to us as Indian and Arapaho peoples, we want to take care of that life so we can reach that 4th stage. So we've come back around, we've made that full circle, and when it's time to go on to the next life, we've reached that elder stage. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. And the very important stages of life are in between as young adult and an elder. We have to learn these different stages. As young adult and an elder, we have to learn these different stages. And those stages are...
On the baby one, let me see if I can do this and record. The baby stage, it's from birth all the way up to age 17 is when we're saying that you're in your first stage. And they say in that stage, all you're expected to do is to listen. And then the young adult will start from 17 all the way up to age 35. You're still considered a young adult, and by this you're doing. And by doing things, that means, you know, you're helping out the babies trying to become young adults, and you're also practicing life. Consider in the Arapaho, and they said, you know, the elder is the 70 plus. So in the adult stage, they call this the teaching stage. So this is when you're expected to give back to your tribe, and you're teaching the young adults, and you're also helping them teach the baby stage, the first stage, you know, and then the elder, they call this this is when you are learning about the spirituality of our tribe, and you're like the spirituality guide, you're the spiritual guide, and you're guiding our,
Because this is all the knowledge that you've learned throughout life. You share, you also continue to share and offering that the guidance, and knowledge, and the wisdom. And this is all derived from the circle of the teepee. So if we were to look straight down on the teepee, these poles would actually be coming in. Okay, and inside here would actually be the fire pit. Right here, directly in the middle, would be the fire pit. So the fire also also represents life too, because it provides heat and provides a comfort that we all like to feel when it's cold. We like to feel heat. So fire is very important to this teepee, and this circle is always very important, and that circle follows